The monk whose name is on the world's most famous sparkling wine spent his entire career trying to get rid of the bubbles. Dom Perignon arrived at Haltberger's in 1660 into an absolute chaotic mess. Early sparkling wine production was a nightmare. The carbonation came from unintended fermentation that happened after the bottling process. Bottles would explode constantly and the wine would spoil without warning. Cellars were losing massive portions of their inventory just to pressure and decay. Sparkling wine was not desirable at the time whatsoever. It was a disaster waiting to happen. Dom's actual job was to fix this. He figured out which grapes to pick and when, understanding that certain harvest timings reduced unwanted fermentation and instability in the bottle. He worked on some improved cork technology coming out of Spain that actually would contain the pressure better. He perfected blending techniques so that each batch now became consistent, stable, and predictable. He wasn't inventing sparkling wine, he was making wine that wouldn't explode or turn to vinegar or have any carbonation at all. But here's the twist. By the early 1700s, the bottling and cork technology got strong enough that sparkling wine could become an intentional product instead of a disastrous accident. Bubbles flipped from being a defect to being desirable. And suddenly the thing Dom spent his life preventing became its entire product. Dom ended up dying in 1715, never having made sparkling wine on purpose. And 212 years later, Moët slapped his name on their prestige bottle, and the most famous champagne in the world is now named after a guy who would have hated it.